Hello, I am the cartoonist M. Rashid. When I was a kid, my parents bought this it was a hardcover children's book about Dr. Martin Luther King's life. Sure, you've seen it. I've seen it several times over the years in like people's libraries of kids books and stuff. But the part that stood out to me was when it referenced the assassination. The wording was and a man who did not believe in love shot and killed Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. like that. And at the time, I was 8, 9 years old or something. I remember thinking, I guess that was the reason he did it. He didn't believe in love. It felt weird on my spirit. I remember that. It was like, are you sure? I know I'm just a kid, but I guess that's what my takeaway has to be. You know, now it's different. I'm sure he believes in love. Okay, I'm sure he had girlfriends and kids and whatever family members he loved. Sure, he believed in love. That wasn't the problem. His problem was he didn't believe in sharing wealth, land, and rule with the Black American former slave class. He believed that only his group alone get to enjoy the bounties of the earth. That's the problem. It's a selfish piece of shit. So that's what I'm paraphrasing that. I've been paraphrasing that. And a man who didn't believe in love almost my whole life. So with a chuckle, I wrote it here, But the actual point of the cartoon is that my so-called ally telling my story for me and leaving out the important parts because he's a self-serving piece of crap. That's what I'm touching on here. When my ally is telling my story from his perspective, acting like, this is one of those things where, when people say, I prefer to deal with the conservatives because at least they're honest, they're upfront, or they hate you, and the liberals are sneaky, I'll take the upfront, know where I stand part over that smiling in my face sneaky shit. When people say that. So it's when I dig into that part, I get very angry. I had a couple of videos where I just deleted it and started over because I got to the point where I can't post this. I just went there and it was pretending to be my friend, and you are even worse than that one. The most liberal states in the Union have the most segregated schools. So here I find you, of all people, with Mrs. Eckford's photo and the school segregation, and what the fuck are you talking about it for? Because I remember Nicole Hannah-Jones going full force over that liberals are the ones who are doing it worse thing. Like she was writing a book on it. And then suddenly she stopped. And then the entire checklist of the most prestigious liberal prizes of all rained down on her, and she conspicuously never touch that shit again. In fact, she attacked the ADOS movement. So, sure, I hate the racist white conservative, but I don't hate him as much as I hate your sneaky piece of shit ass. The fiend himself is who you are. Smiling in my face for 100 years. I've been under your wing of the Communist Party of the USA and all of it. The entire history of the civil rights era, I've been tucked under your wing. And the whole time, you've been my enemy the whole time. Worse than that one. There's few things in life that can get me angrier than digging through that shit. So that's the part where playing that game where the races are over there and love and progress are over there. Foolishness. It's the Black American anti-racism versus the world. That's what it is. By necessity, you have to be deeply suspicious. Of course, you can, come up with the whole, you can't be paranoid and, there's a fine line between paranoia and the certainty that everybody does not want you to succeed because they are better off when I'm a slave. They're all better off when I'm a slave. They are all successful because I was a slave and because I was kept out of the markets. I was locked out of access to my country, and now they all are doing better. All of them. So paranoia is a disorder. Paranoia is not what I am. If I'm studied in history and I see straight through you, and when you talk, I get pissed because you're a piece of shit. Unapologetically. Don't click on my post with your little sad face, because I know you don't mean it. Beast. Peace.